But yeah, we've got the valve. It's a remote control valve. Turn these on. Oh! On and off. I should have known. Well, good morning everybody and welcome. It is a absolutely fantastic morning this morning. Perfect temperature. A little bit of a haze. But other than that, just beautiful sunny sky. Don't think it's going to get too hot, but now there is a bit of a story here, and we have a new TTI tank, a firefighting trailer. Now there's no agreement, we don't have to promote anything, nothing like that. It's just funny how it actually all worked out, and we'll go and have a look at it in a minute, but I just want to briefly describe how this panned out because it's kind of funny as well as it'd be interesting to know. So it was probably only about a month ago I got contacted by someone from TTI. They'd seen the videos of when Dad was mucking around with repairing the tanks, and they said, oh, we've got this new range that we'd be interested to see what your thoughts are on of sump tanks. And I said, oh, righto. And then he just said at the end, oh, you may not have heard of us, whatever. And I just, in the email, I just briefly said, yeah, no, we've heard of you. We've been dreaming of a firefighting trailer of yours for a few years now, and obviously they are an expensive option, so you had just been out of reach for us. And then he just said, oh, which one would you be interested in? And then I said, and then we hadn't had much contact for a little bit, and then basically all of a sudden he said, we can get one built for you, and we'll send it to you, and we'll talk. You just use it for a little while, and then we'll talk about what we do after that. So there's no agreement, nothing like that. And the funny part is that coming up to harvest, we do need more firefighters because we've got the properties a fair distance apart, but also because that big tank setup Dad was working on, the big tank that got repaired has got another split in it, so it's virtually useless. So we definitely need this. So that's the story anyway, but let's go check it out. Let's check it out. So it's got all the fruit on it. It's a 3,000 litre one. And we've got the inch, I think it's inch, or is it 3/4 reel? One of them. And here's everyone. Everyone's checking it out. Apparently everyone's got wet already. No?
I did not. I stayed away.
Did you just?
Dad's pants.
Okay, fair enough.
It may have been because I had this.
Phil had the remote and Dad was standing in the wrong spot.
I saw it happen in a second before it happened, but I wasn't quick enough. I knew what he was up to.
I'm like, man, that would have made a good video.
Yes.
He's even left his coffee.
Yeah, it comes with a coffee mug, but it's got the dual, so you put all the fruit on for us. So I said that we're just going to have it for a little while, and it's going to be very handy for harvest, obviously. So it's not ours, so we've got to make sure, Brad, we're not modifying anything, okay?
We can think about it though.
Yeah. We've got to get clearance before we go and,
Me thinking about
muck about with it. But anyway, so it's got the dribble bars. What do you call them? The sprays? Yeah. Whatever you want to call them.
Show how much it goes.
Before we all get wet again.
Yeah, no, I want to
do it.
And then I haven't figured that out yet, but there is a book there that we should read. But yeah, we've got the valve. It's a remote control valve. Turn these on. Oh! On and off. I should have known. Now I've wet myself. Look what.
This thing's dangerous.
Yeah, it is. That's just rude.
You can get your kids with that one, Phil.
So don't walk down that end.
Just say, how come these nozzles not working?
Yeah. So let's continue. Now I'm all wet.
It's a hot day.
Yeah, it is. At least it's not the middle of winter. So it's just got the Honda electric start, and what else was I going to say? Yeah, we've got the suction. You can suck from a pond or something at the front there, just with the cam locks at the back. You can move that around.
One thing Brad suggested we could do, which was pretty simple, is have a sight gauge here at the front so you can see it from your vehicle when you're driving, which I think would be really practical. But
maybe we'll see if we
can get permission.
We buy it first before we do that.
But that's the idea, isn't it?
Yeah. We'll see what happens. No, but it's solid, isn't it?
Flash water trailer.
And
you should go and show them what we're used to.
Yeah, I should, just to compare. But yeah, Brad's idea of these is good for wetting down the motorbike track. That's what his thoughts are there.
Very good, eh?
But the other thing we thought of too is because you can turn these around and you can just have one on with the remote if you do have a fire, because it sprays like way out there. We'll demonstrate it.
You might have run out of water by now.
Be man of action here.
Yeah, we're all going to get wet again. So Phil's got the remote, so look out everybody.
Yeah, it could go anyway.
Well, you can't rev it up from there though, can you? Rev her up, Brad.
Might be out of water.
Ah. Righto guys, we're going to put some water in it and we'll be back. Right, we're full.
Oh, here's your remote. Oh. Yeah, no, just checking it.
I think we tip classic. We're not reading the book that's there. We're just fiddling until we figure it out.
Yeah, we figured it out.
Hang on, that'll get me too.
No, that one's off. So we're getting good at looking at what taps are on and what's off. We'll have to rev it up, won't we? Yeah, so that just puts a bit back there until we use it. There we go. That'll definitely put a fire out. So you can just have it ticking along like that when you want to do your motorbike track, Brad. Just one of them. I was too quick for you. I was too quick. Gee, that's impressive. That's an 8 metre spread. So Brad's trying to work out for doing roads now. We're all just kids at heart, really.
Oh, yeah, it just takes a little bit for that butterfly valve to shut off. It's like a sprayer. So I'm wondering why it's not doing it. Oh, yeah, just a whisker. Yeah, that'll do, yeah.
So basically we're too busy playing with the sprayers that we haven't even tried out the hose reel, which is, you know, the firefighting part of it, but anyway. Hey. JD and I are too quick. Is that revved up all the way? Is that revved up? Just give it a rev, Dad. Yeah, that is pretty good. I reckon, I think that's a 30 metre reel. I should look at the book. The tricky thing is with the channel, we obviously get a lot of people contacting us for different things that they want promotion. You know, you've got to do a video with so many views, so many whatever, and then they'll give you the product or something like that. And I've had to say no to a lot of them, just because we don't want the channel to be a how do you say? We don't want it just constantly just a grab of all the free stuff we can get. There is occasionally things that come along that we do need, and also one of the criteria for us to, if someone sends us stuff, we say there's no expectations from us or them. So it's just if they want to send it to us, they can. We don't necessarily have to mention it on the channel. The only thing is if I think it's going to be interesting for you guys, or yeah, whatever, something like that, then we'll put it on the channel. So things like the murder lighting, the grip mitts, soap stuff, because yeah, that's good stuff, and we're not told to say anything about it. So, and the Chiefs Australia products there. So all of those things sort of happen a similar way. I basically said, no, we're not. They didn't ask for promotion, not number one, and they didn't say it had to be on the channel, and I didn't. Yeah, we made no promises. So that's just a bit of a background, just so you guys are aware of how this sort of stuff is working for us. Every channel's different, so that's fine. But yeah, I just want to be open about that. So the thing is that because that other trailer died, this is very, very timely, and just coming up to harvest a lot of time, because as farmers you only get the money at one time of the year, and so you've got to try and make that money last. Sometimes it's harder than others each year, and the option for this might be, if we want to, we could purchase this after harvest or something like that. We're just going to see how we like it and go from there. But regardless, it's a bit of fun for us and for you guys to watch. So yeah, let the modifying ideas begin.
I'm a bit scared to say, but we might need to try and light a few fires before the fire ban comes in, and we'll try it out.
Yeah, yeah, that's
so we
true.
won't tell Dad.
No, Dad's around. The fires will light themselves.
Maybe Uncle Anne might come over.
Yeah, fires just light themselves, eh?
Yeah, and I did. I was going to light up the waterway too, but I thought I'll wait till this thing comes and
try it out. No,
the angles and the very fancy.
it is. It's a bit. It's almost too fancy than what we're used to.
We just can't have nice gear around here.
Yeah, I told them. So we didn't. Yeah. Anyway.
Awesome. I mean, we've got lots. Yeah, it's handy being able to tear down the road with something safe.
So this is
we had that picker fire there at harvest on the neighbours. And
so this is actually a registerable model. So you can get this registered on the road and everything. It's got the lights, all of that. And a breakaway system, and it's got the big 6-stud axles, so it's can easily handle all of it, and all axles are braked. When it's this heavy, all axles have to be braked, so it's something that you're not scared of going down the hill and getting a bit squirrely in the back end.
When you get a fire going,
you want to get there quick. So Phil's over there. That's probably, how far is that?
Further than a ram.
Yeah. Are you buying a ram now, are you? So you're going to tow it around with a ram.
That's decent.
Yeah, that's
impressive.
You just have to keep the batteries up to it, make sure they don't fade, but I don't know how long they're meant to last.
We've got 2 sets.
Yeah. I need to make a little waterproof box for the 3D printer for the remotes, don't I?
No, that's the worry. It's just a worry.
I've been a bit obsessed with the 3D printing, and these guys are probably sick of me talking about it. So yes, well,
that's your latest little.
Yeah, I don't have enough hobbies apparently. Right, so what I'll do is show you our other water trailer. Now, those that followed a little bit before will see when Dad was fiddling around with this. We did have a 5,000 litre tank on this trailer. The trailer's not built for it. The tank was leaking all the time. So just, it was a bit of a pain. You'd park it in the shed and then you'd lose all your water after a month or so. But yeah, he redid this, which is good. And the reason is, because this is a 3,000 litre tank as well. Trailer's not quite built as strongly, but anyway, it'll work. The idea of this, when this was built a long time ago, was to be able to, you can have someone sit up there and it's shielded, so you can actually have someone up there while you're driving along and fight fires. But that's where the remote on this other one is probably handy, where you don't need to do that. One, it's a little bit safer, and you can muck around with different orientations of that to fight fires with the remote. So that's this one, and we've got the reel there, and got beanies.
You got the handful of beanies, we got the caps.
Everyone else has taken the hats, and I got no hats, and I get the beanies. Righto.
They're very handy in winter for next winter.
Fair enough. Classic.
Cup holder.
Classic. Why aren't you wearing a Jackson Brothers hat?
Well, I've got to fly the flag of every other brand.
Yeah, that's right.
Got to share the love around.
Sharing the love. Right, so the other thing we've got here is we've got the 1.5" nozzle with a big firefighting end on it, and that's really handy for getting a lot of water out far and quick, so even for cleaning stuff. That's mainly what we use these for, to be honest, because hopefully you don't have a fire that you have to put out. And the beauty is, with this, how it's set up now, we can probably leave the TTI tank at the main farm here, because we've got the main lease block, we've got the block where Brad's house is, where the cotton was, and this, they're all sort of within, 10 k's of each other. And then you've got the development block, which is sort of its own spot, about 40 k's away or whatever it is. And if we leave that one there, then we don't have to, you're not trucking that one to and fro, and you're not just, it's a bit of a pain to move it all the time, and we can use it down there to clean silos if there's a fire, all of those things. So we may swap around which one goes where, but that's the idea of having two when you've got properties far apart. Can be very handy. So that's probably the excitement there for the day, guys. But I will actually show you here. Is these baffles in here. So it's full of these baffles, not very heavy, not a lot of plastic in there, but that is what stops the water from sloshing forwards and backwards, and one, not good for the tank, but also it's hard when you're driving it and you can feel it moving forwards and backwards. It can be a bit unsafe, so those baffles are really good. So anyway, I'll get going here. Phil's doing a bit of clean up. Dad's in the loader. We've just got a little bit of clean up to do, and but yeah, we'll keep in touch.